Okay, good morning, everyone. We're here for the regular council meeting of April 4th. We'll just get right into it. We've got council at the AMM convention, so they're looking forward to some meetings out there. So without further ado, we have introductions. Councillor Shane Pelletier.
Good morning.
Councillor Joel Lemoine.
Good morning.
Councillor Janine Boulanger.
Good morning.
Councillor Jason Bondarchuk.
Good morning.
We have in the background somewhere our CEO Mitch DeVal.
Good morning.
And we have our assistant CEO leading the meeting with me, Dominic Lemoine.
Good morning.
And myself, Chris Ewan. So we will start with item number 1, meeting called to order. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lemoine, second. Councillor Pelletier, thank you. Questions before we open the meeting? I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
That's carried 5-0. Thank you. I open the meeting at 9:01 a.m. Item 2, adoption of the agenda. Do I have a mover? Councillor
Okay.
Boulanger, second. Councillor Bondarchuk, thank you. Council's okay with the agenda as is? Yes, no edits, no changes, no additions. Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Item 3, adoption of the minutes. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lemoine, second by Councillor Pelletier. Thank you.
So we've got 2 sets of minutes, one for the regular council meeting of March 22nd. And that one there we passed 2 variations and 1 conditional use, as well as the MBEA bylaw and the fees and charges bylaw, as well as a couple of resolutions for the St. Adolphe daycare project. We also have the minutes for the special council meeting on March 28th. And that one was mostly just for the IDC daycare, the rezoning and the conditional use. And again, those were all carried.
Perfect. Thank you. Council, did you have any comments in regards to the minutes or any changes? None. I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried 5-0. Thank you. Item 4, committee reports and minutes. Do I have a mover? Councillor Bondarchuk, second. Councillor Boulanger.
So we received 1 committee report, and that was from Councillor Bondarchuk for the Crow Wing Trail. So if you have any questions, you can direct them his way.
Any questions for Councillor Bondarchuk? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. 5.1, accounts paid to be approved. Do I have a mover? Councillor Pelletier, second. Councillor Boulanger.
Okay, so we've got 1 batch here for the amount of 28,615, and it's to Pierre Architects for the office expansion project.
Council, any questions or comments on that? No, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Item 5.2, accounts not paid to be approved. Do I have a mover? Councillor Bondarchuk, second. Councillor Lemoine.
Again, we've got 2 batches. Batch 17081 for 343,307. Again, there was a summary provided to you for that one, and then another batch 17115 for $2,392. And again, those were just EFTs, so electronic payments to staff and whatnot.
Thank you. Council, any comments, questions? None. I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. 5.2.1, council indemnities. Do I have a mover? Councillor Pelletier, second. Councillor Boulanger.
Okay, and again, we just have indemnities. Again, no concerns on our end. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Open up for council. Any comments or questions? No. Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. 5.3, payroll to be approved. Do I have a mover? Councillor Pelletier, second. Councillor Lemoine.
So we've got 1 payroll here to be approved. There is some overtime on admin side and public works side, so I don't have any explanation essentially on all of the overtime, but I can certainly double check if you guys have any questions on that.
I'll open up for council. Council, do you have any comments or questions for the payroll?
There was one Public Works I wanted to talk to you about, Dominic, but we could take that offline.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Pelletier. Anything else? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. We're jumping all the way down now to 8.1 bylaw 7 2023 financial plan for 2023. Do I have a mover? Councillor Belanger, second. Councillor Pelletier.
Okay, so we recently sat down with you, the CEO or CFO, to discuss the budget for 2023. So this is our first reading for the financial plan. And if this goes through, then we'll move forward with setting up the public hearing.
Perfect. Thank you. I know council has looked over this with the CEO and the CFO. Council, do you have any questions at this time? Again, this is just one of 3 readings. We're going to have the public hearing. We'll be able to engage with the public a little bit more. So council, anything right now?
No.
No. Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. 8.2 bylaw 8 2023 change road name in Grand Point Meadows first reading. Do I have a mover? Councillor Bondarchuk, second. Councillor Pelletier.
So this bylaw here is a request to change the name, as it says. So because the plan was already registered, we now have to pass a bylaw to change a name. So this is us moving along with that. And I believe there was a request from the developer to change the name.
Thank you, Assistant CEO. Council, do you have any questions, comments on this name change? I believe this is in honor of his late wife, correct?
You know what? I'm not too sure. It's very
Yeah.
possible.
I believe it is. So it's a great opportunity. I'm okay with it. Councillor Belanger.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I was just curious, like I didn't see that. I just thought it was said something to do with emergency services. I'm like, well, what does that have to do with the name Turtlehead or Lynn? But I'm okay, obviously okay with the reasoning on that. So
Yeah, I believe this came to council a few weeks back, and they had asked if they could change it to someone that has passed, and I believe we were all okay with it at the time. We thought it was a great reason for the name change. So, but we haven't talked about it since, so that's definitely a reason why we might not remember it.
okay, I don't remember this morning, so
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, anything else from council? Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. New and other business 9.1.1 development agreement Chartier. Do I have a mover? Councillor Belanger, second. Councillor Lemoine, thank you.
Okay, so this resolution here is in regards to the property that has a house and that was subdivided from their farmland. And so this development agreement was a condition of that subdivision. It's essentially to they aren't allowed to build another house on the farmland, but they could have a building that has to do with the farmland. So it's just to ensure there's no other house put on that property.
Thank you. Council, any comments on this? Looks standard. Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. And I believe we are at item 12, adjournment. Do I have a mover? Councillor Pelletier, second. Councillor Lemoine, thank you. Final comments before I close the meeting? Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. I'll close the meeting at 9:09 a.m. Thank you, everyone. Have a great AMM convention, and thank you for joining us online today. Stop recording.